Hello, everybody. Good morning, world. So, I just wanted to speak on something real quick. You know what I'm saying? Because since I've been home, I've been having a lot of conversation with my Christian friends and enjoying them very intensely, immensely. But I just wanted to instruct on something real quick. But this only take a minute. So, they've been asking me a lot of questions about Jesus and about, the Gospels and stuff like that. And I've noticed that several of my friends seem to be under the impression that Jesus was killed for blaspheming against the Lord. And that's somewhat accurate, but it's really not the correct way to describe it. That's really not the correct teaching. So let me correct that and make that pathway straight. Blasphemy, when Jesus so-called blasphemed against God, which is, sinning against God and so-called making himself equal with God, what they did was he was beaten and lashed for that. They turned him over to the authorities and they beat him and lashed him for that. And for the crime against the Jews, breaking the Jewish law of blasphemy, so to say. But what he was actually killed and crucified for was not blasphemy, it was for heresy. And there's a difference. Jesus was crucified for so-called being a heretic. And what that means is he was teaching something different from what the Orthodox Church was teaching. So the Orthodox mainstream church crucified Jesus for the crime for breaking the Jewish law and the Catholic law of heresy, which is teaching unfamiliar doctrines or doctrines different than what they were teaching. Basically, pretty much exactly what I'm doing now. And probably will be persecuted for at some point, but that's okay, y'all, because I can surely bear my cross, and I plan to. So I just wanted you all to know that, I told y'all I'm gonna be doing a lot of instructing and correcting things, and misunderstandings about the Bible. Not to put anybody down or to call anybody out on their teachings, to each his own. I'm just doing what I've been instructed to do by the Lord and by my patron. You know what I'm saying? I'm not here to argue or fight with anyone. I'm only here to make the pathway straight. For I am John. Amen.